I do want to ask you about this breaking news. The trade war is officially on. China is hitting back, saying it is imposing a 34% tariff to match the U.S. tariffs that Donald Trump imposed. What do you say to Americans now that we are officially in this big trade war?
As you point out, the trade war has begun, and it will have a huge and direct impact on American families, right? I mean, this is not one of these things that is a threat. Now it's real. And you're talking about a $3,800 a year hit on families from these across the board tariffs. And that's just not on what they're going to pay for everything from cheese to coffee to cars to clothing. But it's also it's already affecting, as we saw with the markets, affecting their savings, right? Their retirement accounts, a huge hit on those. So at a time when we're trying to get costs down, it's what I focus on every day, like getting costs and taxes lower. This is actually going to, and President Trump, who ran on actually making life more affordable, this is going to do just the opposite, right? It's going to make their lives more expensive. And it's why a few of us are put up a discharge petition next week to try to get rid of the Canadian tariffs that are in place, but also to demand from President Trump, what are you doing what's this chaos all about? You got to actually have a strategy, not just go out there and intentionally cause a trade war.
I want to talk to you about what President Trump and Vice President Vance has said. We have just had, as you just mentioned, one of the worst days for stock markets since March of 2020, which was, of course, the month the entire country began shutting down because of COVID-19. The tariffs show that the Dow closed down about 4%, the NASDAQ 6%, but the president and vice president say, don't worry, it's all going to be okay. Take a listen.
I think it's going very well. It was an operation like when a patient gets operated on. The markets are going to boom. The stock is going to boom. The country is going to boom.
We're going to have a booming stock market for a long time.
Do you think that President Trump and Vice President Vance are right, that in the long run, this will bring back jobs and manufacturing to the U.S., but it will hurt just for a bit?
I mean, I don't know. All you have to do is look at the economists who were, the Fed chair called this tariff inflation. Everyone from Goldman Sachs, Moody's calling it a recession, JP Morgan Chase saying it's going to cause a recession. And there's already been layoffs announced in the United States because of these tariffs. So I don't know what kind of strategy it is to intentionally cause a recession, cause layoffs here at home, and hurt families directly with this new tax. So I don't know if long-term, but the economists I talk to say there's no long-term light on this situation. Right now, there's a lot of darkness for a lot of Americans, and we're seeing it literally in real time. And listen, I'm just concerned about people being able to pay their bills.
Isaiah chapter 32, verse 9. Rise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice, you careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. I'm going to give all praises and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash, forgive me the spirit, to do this lesson. This lesson is going into, yes, you women are in trouble. Okay? Yes, you women. All right? You Israelite women especially. Okay? You Israelite women, you are in trouble. All right? Now in general, what's happening right now with Trump and the tariffs, okay, and the economy, all right, things are about to skyrocket in price all across the board, all right, things that we use daily, business that you take care of, okay, from the top of the ladder all the way down, all right, in America, in Babylon, it's about to get very, very, very nasty out here. All right. So there's multiple layers of judgment that's happening. But through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, he wanted me to go on this topic, okay, to send a warning to all you Israelite women out there, all right, that you are in trouble. Okay, what's happening is happening because the Lord wants to judge you. He wants to strip you bare. That's what's happening in the spirit. Okay, let's read it again. Isaiah chapter 32, verse 9. Rise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice, you careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Right. And Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is speaking his speech is going through the prophet's mouth. Okay, from the prophet's mouth. He is speaking right now on the earth through his men. That's why when you read Proverbs chapter 1, verse 20 on down, I'm not going to get it. Okay, but it talks about giving ear. Okay, he has stretched out his arm to his people, but they refuse. They despise his reproof. Okay, they didn't want to listen to his counsel. So he is going to laugh when your calamity comes. All right, the main people talking shit is women. The Israelite women, you the main ones talking shit, man. You talk the most shit. Proudly. Okay. Verse 10, it says, many days and years shall you be troubled, you careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Right. The gathering shall not come. Okay. The gathering of security is not going to come. That's what we're seeing right now. It's the process of that. Okay. The economy, Trump doing his thing, man. Hey, Trump is doing his thing. Keep going. Because Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai has Trump doing this. It's all through Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. They are running this show. Okay, back at verse 10. Many days and years shall you be troubled, you careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Okay, and like I said, we're seeing that in action. All right, verse 11. Tremble, you women that are at ease. Tremble, you women that are at ease. Let's go into ease. Okay, in the Blue Letter Bible.
Strong's H 7600. Sha'anan. Sha'anan.
Okay, the more proper way you would say it would be Shahanan. And it says at ease, quiet, secure. Okay, tremble, you women that are secure. Right? It says at ease, careless, wanton, arrogant, security, pride. Okay, let's go into wanton in the Google definition. And it says of a cruel or violent action, deliberate and unprovoked. Sexually unrestrained. Do you hear this? Sexually unrestrained or having many casual sexual relationships. Let's read this again. Sexual unrestrained or having many casual sexual relationships, typically used of a woman. Do you hear this? Typically used as a woman, a sexually unrestrained woman. Right, no discipline, a hoe pretty much, a harlot, a whore on the streets of Babylon. Okay, let's go back to the scripture. Verse 11, Isaiah 32, verse 11. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. I just broke that down. Okay. Be troubled, you careless ones. Strip you and make you bare. Let's go into strip you.
Strong's H 6584. Pashat. Pashat.
So pashat, to strip, invade, strip off, to put off one's shelter. You hear that? To put off one's shelter. Let's go back. Verse 11. Tremble, you women that are at ease. Be troubled, you careless ones. Strip you, make you bare. Okay, take it all away. All right, and the gathering ain't gonna come. Your security that keeps you very prideful, that keeps you being a hoe. I can do my own thing. I'm a man. I'm like a man. Keeps you in that spirit. Keeps you in the spirit of trying to be over a man and using that because you get in this gathering. You try to use it against him to manipulate him with your snares and bands and nets. All right, but we understand if that man please the Lord, he shall escape from you, like it says in the scriptures. Okay, so you see, it's clear, man. Tremor, you women that are at ease. Be troubled, you careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. Okay, so we're seeing that right now in the spirit, man, because you got to think about the spirit of the earth. You think the Lord ain't got nothing to do with that? Of course. So you got to follow the spirit of what's happening in general. Okay, there's a reason why these women have been highlighted so deeply on the earth. They have been a major topic all across the board, all around the world. Okay, how these women are, man. Predominantly American women in Babylon. So who you think did that? You think the Lord, that happened under the Lord and he didn't know? He set it up, man. Okay, because it's that serpent. It's about exposing that serpent, the devil, and Eve with him. Okay, because Esau, the serpent, has, made these women bolder, putting them in certain positions, okay, and feeding them that energy that they're boss this and I'm by myself and shoot, I'm the prize. Okay. Matter of fact, one of those definitions was arrogant on the ease. I missed that part. So let me go back to arrogant. Matter of fact, I'll go to the Google definition of arrogant. Having or revealing an exaggerated sense of one's own importance or abilities. Is that not the modern day woman? Is that not the modern day Israelite woman right there? Having or revealing an exaggerated sense of one's own importance or abilities. Right, she's above a man. All right, so Yahweh Bashim Awashai is sending out judgment. He's breaking this place down. And there's multiple layers of why, but the spirit right now is talking about you women. Part of the reason he's doing this is to make you bare and to bring you low where you're supposed to be. In your order, you're not above a man. You're not equal to a man. No, man. You don't make the rules on the earth. But since the devil is ruling right now, you think you can do what you want to do. Okay, well, the Lord is doing this. And it does connect with the eclipse and the blood moons that happened last month. It connects with it, man. Okay, it's not separate. It's called prophecy. It's called furthering prophecy. And we're watching it in real time. Okay, so you saw in those clips, man. You saw it. They letting you know, man, this shit is breaking down. These different nations ain't playing. Everything is really playing for the New World Order at the end of the day. That's what we're seeing. An overhaul, man. Okay, America is going down. The system is going down. We've been telling y'all for years. Yahweh Shema Shai is going to break America down economically first. Then he's going to finish her off. He's going to finish her off. We've been teaching that for years, man, before all of this. Okay? Period, man. Speaking humbly, but it's the truth. All right? So with that, I hope you're edified. I want to give our praises and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakar, Kodash, forgive me the spirit, to do this lesson. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to your Arkamot that is doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.